Hi, this is Bonie Productions, and today we're going to color Bonie. Now, before we begin, I need to tell you something. Okay, always start with your color palette up on the picture somewhere, because otherwise you're going to be scrolling through the color wheel for hours trying to find that exact same shade of brown, and yeah. I don't do that. Anyway. Bonie's colors are varying shades of brown. One is a light brown, and that's the one I'm going to use for her face and ears and body. Now, the real Bonie was red, mostly. Well, you get what I'm saying. the Lassie color. But this is as close as I can get to it on a computer without drawing photorealistically, and I think I'd have to be a much better artist in order to do that. And this is this is the brown shade that's going to go for most of her body. Oh, and some of her hair. Hair is a relative term. I know dogs don't have hair, but you know, you should, I don't know. Don't judge me. I was young when I created Bonie's design, so. Okay. And just so this won't, I don't know, take forever, I'm going to show you a little trick. First I have to color all that in. You know, I was never really a fan of coloring. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, sure, it gets I like the end result, but I'm not a big fan of just sitting there and coloring for hours and hours and hours and hours. And that is epic fail. Look at that. Okay, so you take the selection tool and you magic wand the crap out of this area in here. At least that's what I do. Now, some things will have to be filled in, like the edges. I'm not good at doing the edges. I mean, I'm not good at filling in the edges with the paint bucket. That's the thing. I'm not really a big fan of this program's paint bucket feature because you have to select things before you fill them in. That's not really fun for me, but because I feel like I've already drawn the lines, why should I draw them again? But whatever, I suppose there are some people out there who are much more patient than I that only draw because they love to color. I know a few people like that, and they are excellent, excellent artists. So I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, you have the patience of a saint if you draw to color. I'm much more of a line art person. I like getting things over with, done and quickly. I mean, seriously, man. Forgive me if I'm coughing. ozone particles and asthma do not mix. Where I live, it has been 110. I know this is a boring video when I start talking about the weather, but still. I just thought I'd mention that the heat is slowly killing me, so. Now see, this is what I do. Okay, and this is, yeah, I colored most of that. Yeah, because nobody needs to sit through an entire coloring. When it bores even me, you know it's bad. And this is her tail, and as you can see, it goes up into alpha stance. When their tail's lifted like that, they're alpha. They know it. She didn't walk. I mean, the real Bonie didn't walk around like that all the time, because if they walked around like that all the time, I don't know, I don't think it'd be very comfortable. And another thing, I think it would be a signal to other dogs, hey, come kick my butt, you know? But for the purpose of characterization, she walks around like that a lot. And look at that, a little stray. See, this is why I hate coloring. And this is, wait a second, what did I do? Okay, I did something weird. Anyway. This is her little leg. I do like coloring some parts. I'll say that, but for the most part I'm not too big a fan of coloring and shading. Forget it. I don't do that. I don't do inking either while we're at it. Not because I can't do inking, but because I just don't want to do that particular step. Like I said, I'm an impatient artist. Go up here to our color palette again. And we're going to color her bangs. Hurrah! I do like coloring her bangs because it gives her face a little more pop. I thought about retooling her look to a more realistic look in the recent years. I really did. Because now I know how to do a widow's peak, but I don't think Bonnie's a widow's peak type of girl. I think if I took away her bangs, she would be insulted. I'm leaving those spaces white for now. You'll see why. Oh, I failed again. Look at that. Look at that. See, I have to erase. I don't like that. Oh well. I suppose everybody makes mistakes. Almost forgot that. This is about as close to shading as I come. She has two colored hair. But if you think about it, all collies sort of do. I'm sorry again with the coughing. Ugh. Fail. Yeah, this is my way of doing that thing where the hair falls around the collie's face. Almost there, aren't we, Bonnie? Okay. Now the tip of her tail looks brown. I mean, it looks black, but in reality it's really dark brown. I am so full of fail today. As I was saying in the last video, Bonnie really did have a personality like she does in the book. In fact, she had a few people up on top of their cars in her lifetime. And it wasn't from excess love either. She wasn't, I don't think she meant to be that way. Like I said, I don't know what caused it. We don't know what was with her in that particular form of whatever she had, but it made for... Anyway, in upcoming projects you are going to see more of Bonnie. And that's all I'm really going to say about the upcoming projects, because they will be here. Some of you know what I'm contemplating, but the general public doesn't. And you know who you are. So, yeah. But anyway, you will get to see more of Bonnie and what her personality is like and why she's like she is, or at least my explanation of it. Oh, also a bit of advice, if you're going to do a color palette and you have a really, really light color like the inside of ears, put it on top of a dark color so you can see it against the white, because otherwise you're going to be looking for that color and you will not be able to find it. And now that you're finished, you go up here and... well, it won't let me do that. Okay, well... in that case,